By now, the sandstorm will have reached the moisture farmers along the Salt Flat, including the Law's homestead. I assume that Owen has already sheltered the family. He knows what he's doing. I trust him implicitly, as I have for years. Though he has little like for me, the importance of the boy in his care is beyond estimate. The burden is heavy on Owen and Baru to rear him and guide him day by day, while I enjoy an invisible remove when it comes to his protection. But Luke will be called upon soon in some way. It is all but certain in my mind. I hear, even in the whispers of these remote settlements, that civil war is once again inevitable. That means my time on this dusty sphere may be imminently drawing to a close. I'm left to ponder yet again, what is a Jedi's purpose in war? I often wrestled with that same question in my battle-scarred past. The Clone Wars tested my resolve again and again. Perhaps the experience tempered me. Of course, Palpatine's treachery proved that in the end, all was folly. The blood that was spilled, the systems that were sundered, it was all a sinister orchestration, a Sith plot for power, spotted far too late. And just as I'd been strengthened, I was also perhaps left forever wounded. In the earliest days of the war, we saw the seemingly endless growth of an army born from the genes of a single man, Jango Fett.
Jango Fett on the job.
But these soldiers were not faceless to me. Each man quickly forged his own personality. I still think of my second-in-command, CC-2224, whom I called Commander Cody, with great fondness. I miss him to this day, even though he eventually tried to kill me. So it goes with my friends, it seems. This ocean of soldiers was led by generals who were monastics, priests, monks. As Jedi we learned to fight from an early age, and I had already seen my share of combat. But this was different. All war, in part at least, concerns dominion. As servants of the Force, we learned that it presides over all, like an unseen current. To seek any kind of dominance is to misunderstand the very nature of the Force. Even after losing so many Jedi on Geonosis, we had managed to turn it into a costly victory against the Confederacy of Independent Systems. Then we won again on Christophsis. And once more on Dantooine, against all odds. But then came the slaughter of our forces on Hypori and the deaths of more Jedi at the hands of the brutal warlord known as General Grievous. With Grievous came a wave of new fear, and with that fear came the threat of panic and chaos across the galaxy. The war was soon expanding faster than we could fathom, and now there was the very real threat of losing it. I had new titles like General and Jedi Master. My apprentice Anakin was now a knight, and a general himself, fighting for objectives in other parts of the galaxy that were at times as nebulous and enervating as my own. Objectives like Abreon Bridge. May the Force be with you, Anakin. See you soon.
And with you, Master Kenobi.
Before the destruction of Rishi Station, General Kenobi and C-2224 were able to recover intel regarding a separatist weapons factory hidden on the agri-world of Abreon Major. A granary complex atop an archipelago in the Western Sea has been converted by the war faction of the Confederacy. They're using it to build a new mega-ion cannon under the direction of General Grievous and Count Dooku. General Kenobi?
Go ahead, Cody. You did the hard part.
One blast from those cannons could disable an entire fleet. Were Grievous or Dooku to then destroy those powerless vessels, it would result in Republic casualties, numbering in the thousands or more.
The factory sits on the center island of an archipelago chain whose sea cliffs have been reinforced, making them impenetrable from the water. Anti-aircraft defenses are also extensive. The complex's only access point is a sole supply bridge, which connects the north and south islands in the chain. The divided battalion will capture both ends of the bridge in order to converge on the factory.
Admiral Yalaran, why split our forces and assault on two fronts from weakened positions?
Simple. Should one arm of the battalion be entirely destroyed, there would still remain a chance of securing the cannon plans.
Many of our forces were still demoralized following the losses at Hypori and exhausted by our tough fight on Christophsis. So I attempted in that moment to live up to the leadership promised by both of my new titles.
The 212th Battalion volunteers to lead the assault, Captain.
But I wondered, must the Jedi way always dwell in so much violence and death, however necessary?
Excuse me, General Kenobi. I'm Commander Mechatrix. This is Lieutenant Oran. We just transferred over from the Rune system.
Ah, yes. Welcome to the 212th.
Because of the mission's scope, the 212th had been expanded with a full company of soldiers from Rune's military defense forces.
I'm honored to serve with you, sir. Abreon Bridge will be ours.
Abreon Bridge is, from what I can tell, a death trap with a scenic view.
Just battle droids, General.
The Runians had recently distinguished themselves in combat on a space station near Molivar, but that was merely a skirmish.
We'll sweep them aside, sir. Rest assured.
I spent the night in deep meditation, searching for a vector not just toward victory, but peace. I thought of Cody and the clones, yet untested in battle.
AR 9771. I'm now Aero. Welcome, Aero. I'm Cody.
And then, like a cold snap of wind, the morning of the raid arrived.
Storm clouds, General?
Negative, Commander Mechatrix. That's smoke from our destroyed air cover.
Shelling from the weapons complex should commence right up there.
We will make our landing south. Attack 2 will storm from the north. At that time we will...
LA-823 has been hit. Nothing left. That cuts our landing party in half, General.
Attack 1 must take our side of Abreon Bridge.
We'll take it, General.
They'll be singing songs about us for years to come. Let's hit that bridge with the full force of the Republic!
It's that easy then, is it? Fall in line and seal your trap, Sergeant.
I understand your trepidation, believe me. But try to see Abreon Bridge as a bridge to this war's end. A bridge to the end of bloodshed. A bridge to the protection of our free Republic worlds. A bridge that leads to light away from the dark side. And we will march across this bridge together!
What is a Jedi's purpose in war?
Yes, the bridge and the glory will be ours today, General.
May the Force be with you, Commander Mechatrix, and with all of us.
We'll be standing together on a mound of burning droid parts by day's end, sir.
Rifles at the ready.
Where lies the vector toward peace?
Move out!
Attack!
Go, 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 go! Ah!
These many years on, I still refrain from trying to assess the full amount of losses we experienced that day. Or else I lose myself to the pain of it. When I reached the bridge, I saw the sun rising on Abreon Major. It was breathtaking. And in that moment, I realized a deep truth. I did not want to be there.
Get down, General.
Was I a coward for wanting this war to cease?
Commander, all they have to do to win is blow this bridge. We'd be sunk literally. They won't. The bridge is the only supply route to the factory. In or out. Grievous won't allow a setback like that.
Need to find a way forward.
Keep up, Lieutenant! I'm halfway there, General. Looks like I'm winning the race. Who'll be the first to grasp those cannon plans? You or me?
This isn't a blasted game. What are you carrying?
Orders came over the comm. Our Navy ships need to see how far along we've advanced on the bridge. We've improvised.
You have no weapon?
Only this banner, sir. But it's an honor to carry it.
What's your name?
Arrow, General. It's Arrow. I chose it last night.
I will cut you a path, Iro. Follow me.
My vows reverberated in my mind then. Protect, preserve life. That is the Jedi way. Suddenly, the way forward became much clearer.
Careful, to your right.
But in preserving life, there was still the act of taking it, and losing even more of it. An endless tide of it. I could feel thick pockets of it snuff out, small tremors in the force, each like a clench squeezing the air from my lungs. But the tremors were counterbalanced by a swell inside me as I felt the tides change in battle. It was a powerful feeling, albeit a concerning one. I had forgotten the sunrise of before, and now saw only war.
Mechadrix, I may beat you to those plans yet.
Lieutenant Oran, where are you? Oran, it's all right. No.
Sir, we have to get off the bridge.
Suddenly, I had them. I had the plans for the ion cannon in my hand.
The South Bridge is secure, General.
Dare I say this mission is a success? Let's go.
No word from Mechadrix on the north end, sir.
Mechadrix, you read. Commander Mechadrix, come in. Over.
Little did I know that Mechadrix had been completely routed, and hundreds of Separatist forces were now closing in on us from the north.
Reinforcements to the south. Larger units take cover.
And in my brief, vainglorious haze, I had failed to put the larger pieces together. Hailfire droids and IG units, the rogue-class fighters above. That meant the base was being backed by the Intergalactic Banking Clan's Collection and Securities Division. The Banking Clan possessed some of the most lethal armaments in the Confederacy, and they'd been patiently holding back their strongest units. Until we were trapped.
We're cut off. Attack 1 is boxed in. Too many of them. All water units destroyed. General, what do we do? General, we've lost most of our sea ships, and your LAATs have been destroyed. We have to airlift you out.
Protect life. Preserve it.
The General's cleared a path. Go, move! General, gonna blow the bridge to cover your retreat. Stand by.
I still have people on that bridge wounded.
Bombers are inbound. General, get clear.
Ira, come. I can carry you.
General, leave me. May the Force be with you.
Target. Enemy commander.
General, we have to get off this bridge.
Agreed, Commander. How many of us were still on the bridge?
Countless. And we live to fight again, I suppose.
And fight again we would, again and again. I needed to watch the sunrise. I needed to remember, to believe it still could.
General, the evacuation ships are here.
I needed to know that light could still prevail. Light can still prevail.